Right back at it, my friends. We're going to do something a little bit different today because if you can see this, it says writing standard form equations, and we have been talking about slope-intercept the whole time. So we're going to have two parts again. We're going to start with slope-intercept form, and we're also going to start with a point and the slope. So again, we kind of have two phases. So first of all, what is standard form? So slope-intercept form, remember, was y equals mx plus b. Standard form is ax plus or minus by equals c, where a, b, and c are numbers. The x and y stay x and y. Just like in slope-intercept, the m and the b are numbers, and the others, x and y, just stay that way. So these are going to be actual numbers. Now, in the slope-intercept, they have meaning, where this one is actually the slope of the line. This one is in the y-intercept of the line. But in standard form, hang on. Wow, excuse me. In standard form, they don't have any meaning. They're just going to be what we call coefficients or numbers. So our job today is going to be to go first in part A from slope-intercept to the standard form. So how do they look different? If you look at the two of them, standard form has to start with the x part, then the y part, and then only a number on the right. So all we're going to do is move stuff around. So like the first thing we're going to do is move the x part to the left. And to do that, we'll have to use addition or subtraction, just like we would with solving, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then that pretty much does the trick, except sometimes you might need to multiply to eliminate fractions, because ideally we don't have fraction numbers in front. So let's take a look at what that means. And so we're looking at this like an equation basically, and we're saying this currently has the y part here, but the x part is here, and then the number part is here. So we have to get the x part out in front like it is in the standard form. So just like this says to do, I'm going to move this x part by adding 2x to the other side. That will eliminate it here. And then between these two things, I'm going to write 2x in front of the y, because then I have standard form. I have my x plus something y, which in this case is just 1y, and then that equals just a constant or number. Because if you look over here, this is just a number on the right, no more variables. All the variables are to the left. So then let's take a look at this one in action. I have to get the 4x moved over, so I take away 4x to the other side. It's gone from here. When I look at these, I write the negative 4x in front of the y in order to get standard form, where I would have ax plus something y equals 3. So if you're looking at it wondering like what are the a, b, c, the a is whatever number is in front of the x, just like up here. So in this problem, that would be a 2. The b is whatever's in front of the y. So in this problem, that would just be a 1. And the c is the constant to the right. So in this case, the c would be a 7. Here, when I'm done, my a is the number in front of the x, so negative 4. B is the number in front of my y, so 1. C is the constant on the right of the equal sign, so 3. Okay, this last one is a little bit trickier because there's a fraction, but we don't have to do anything differently to start with. We're just going to go ahead and add a half x to both sides so that that can get canceled out here. Now I have 1/2 x plus y equals negative 7, but this is where this business comes in, where it says multiply to eliminate fractions. Well, to get rid of something that has a 2 on the bottom, I'm going to multiply the whole problem by 2, because 2 times 1/2 will be 1x, but then I have to multiply this to become 2y, and this. I have to multiply the whole entire equation. I can't just double one part of it. So when I'm completely finished, this is my standard form equation. A is going to be the number in front of the x, which is a 1. B is the number in front of the y, which is a 2. C is the number all by itself on the right, which is a negative 14. Okay, so that's what we're going to do to move stuff around that already exists. But here in part B, we're going to have to think a little bit harder because we're going to be starting with, this isn't supposed to say that. This is supposed to say starting with 2 points. So we're going to do these 2 steps. We're going to get the slope, intercept form like we did before. Sorry, I'm checking to see. I'm going to make it match up here. Part B up here says starting with a point and the slope. So we'll do starting with a point and the slope. Sorry about that. I want them to match. Okay, so we're going to get slope-intercept form just like we did in the 5-2 lesson. And then we're going to change it to standard form just like we did above. So really there's nothing new. This is just sort of a combo platter of 2 things you already know how to do. So here we have the slope of 2 through this x and this y. So we're going to get our slope-intercept form just like yesterday, keeping in mind we need to know not only m, but we need to know b, which we found by taking y equals m times x plus b. This is exactly what we did in our homework yesterday. So 5 equals negative 6 plus b, adding 6 to get rid of that, adding 6 here, I get a b value of 11. So my first step to get it into slope-intercept form is done. I have y equals mx plus b. So check that. But now I'm supposed to do what I did up above, which means moving this x over to the other side. So I get negative 2x plus 1y equals 11. And if I get asked later, A is negative 2 because that's in front of the x. B is 1 because that's in front of the y. C is 11 because that's the number on the right all alone. All right, let's try again. So I have a slope of negative 1/2. I have an x of 4 and a y of negative 1. So to find my b, I start with y equals mx plus b. This negative 1/2 of 4 is going to be negative 2. Then adding 2, b is 1. Awesome. So now from these 2 pieces of my puzzle, I create my slope-intercept form. Y equals negative 1/2 x, that's my mx, plus b. Okay, so I did this up here, getting my slope. Now I have to go ahead and change it to standard form. I need to move the x part over so that all the variables are over here on the left side. That's going to give me 1/2 x plus y equals 1. But I don't want to have a half, so I'm going to double the whole entire problem. I'll get x, because 2 times a half is 1x, plus 2y equals 2. That's my standard form equation, where my a is 1, b is 2, c is 2 as well. So I don't think you should necessarily memorize it in this time we've had, but keep these notes handy, take a look at them. They're also in the filled in notes, and then use them to help get you through the worksheet. Have a great day.